All right. So we have the background removed. We have taken the color out, and we've applied some brightness and contrast to really get darks and lights really noticeable. And then we're going to create this, apply a filter. All right. So let's start by opening our image. All right. So anybody that took a picture yesterday, it should be in this folder, Multimedia Pictures PM. Yeah, in Photoshop. So I'll take my other one again here. Let me close. So this is, I did have a little fun taking these pictures. I think it'll make for a cool pumpkin thing. Shared multimedia, pictures, and then PM. All right. Why is this file not opening? All right. All right, so once we're open in Photoshop, if you don't remember, you could start with the magic wand and give that a shot and see if it selects everything. That's like kind of the quickest way. So we would select, and then it doesn't get everything. I could hold the Shift key and select this other area. Or if you'd like as well, we could use the quick selection tool, and in that you kind of click and drag and select that whole area. If you got too much of the area, like something like this, if it kind of selected and got the head, you can hold the Alt key and then take away from the selection. All right, so just the default will make a selection of just not holding any keys, and then if I hold the Alt key, I can take away from that selection. All right, once we have the green selected, we want to unlock the background layer. All right, so that when we press delete or backspace, it removes that and we have the transparent background.
You have to unlock your background layer.
You probably have that green area selected still. Do you still have your dancing dotted lines going around?
Oh my god, that's horrifying. And now I look like some shadow demon.
Control A, select all. All right. Oh.
That is horrifying.
You can just saturation. Control A, and do that again. So I just did a select all. Should have been
I can't
selected, but go to adjustments. desaturate. Yeah, it just saves a step. I mean, you get the same result if you go down here.
That's what I'm gonna do in my video. I'm gonna turn myself green.
All right. After we desaturate it, we're going to really blow out the black and the white. We're going to make them really extreme. So we're going to go to image again, adjustment again, and let's change, we're going to go to brightness and contrast. And we're going to use the slider to make your skin tone like very bright. And if you increase the contrast, it should make like the dark aspects very dark. We want this super contrasty. All right, kind of like.
I'm not sure mine is the best.
All right, anybody need help finding that?
It's so fun.
Meredith, you good up to here? Are you up? Are you caught up with us? No? Nick?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you desaturate it? So that was just, you can do a Control A to select all. The first part was image, adjustments, and then desaturate. Meredith, you have to desaturate also? So that was image, adjustment, desaturate. I can't do it because it's already been done.
I should wear like a black shirt. It would be cool. I was wearing a good blue shirt. Yeah, mine was like. I was saying it was so dark, it makes no sense. Even one. Wait, I like this way better. This is the better way. There's just nothing on the screen. Yeah, nothing.
Me and my friend were talking about our funerals today.
Oh.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently he has his like entire funeral planned out.
So do I.
Yes,
It's gonna
and it
cost like
sounds amazing.
$26 and it's gonna be awesome.
He's setting aside money.
Listen, my way of going out is gonna be the cheapest way ever. Put me on a wooden boat, light it on fire, send it out. Awesome.
Not
It's
sure
like,
that's legal.
You should have him like play here.
I'll go to like, you know, Scotland. Probably there.
I don't know if there's investment there.
How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm not sure if there's there.
I think so. There's like things out there.
I don't think every Scottish person is
That's not true.
Are there modern day Vikings?
I guess there's like ancestors.
There's probably like a group, like a Facebook group for like people ages 45 and up that think they're Vikings.
Viking Discord.
Can't see me, I'm so white.
All right.
There is a ghost again.
Last thing we're going to do here. Let's focus, please. We're going to apply a filter. So I'm going to go to filter. Oh, why is that not selecting? It's all grayed out. I guess my layer wasn't selected. There we go. Yeah, so if I just kind of click here, kind of like when we were rendering in Premiere, it doesn't know what we wanted to apply an effect to. So I just have to make sure this layer is selected. And now if I go up to Filter, and we're going to go to Filter Gallery. So Filter, then Filter Gallery. And you have a lot of different options here. Let's start off on the bottom. We can't see our image, right? We want to see a preview. So if I click to the right of the 100%, I can say Fit in View. So now I can see what these different effects are going to do. You can see a lot of different types of ways that you can kind of create filters on your image. We're going to use the one that's called photocopy though. All right, so photocopy, and it's in the filter gallery.
Where?
under the sketch category. And this is, try to get, a good contrast. I'm increasing my darkness so that those darker lines are a little more contrasty.
It's called photocopy.
Yep, in the sketch category.
I hate that.
And then you have to kind of think how much detail you want. All right, this kind of,
Why are my lines pink?
Mine's green.
Why did I go from like scary
I don't know why I saw that in some of these before
anime?
where we desaturated, so I don't know why you have color there, but you want to increase your darkness though, Emily, I think.
I mean, my darkness.
Yeah, in that photocopy.
Yeah.
All right, so we should end up with something like this.
It's just.
This image is ready to go here. All right, so we're going to export it as a PNG. So File, Export, and right at the top you'll see there's a quick export as PNG. You can just select that. I don't really have to change any of the settings. And we want to save this. I would make a new folder for Lasered Pumpkin in your student folder. You don't have to do this on the D drive because it's not really going to be a big file to work with. So I'm going to go multimedia for me. Lasered Pumpkin is my folder. I'm going to call this Pumpkin PM because I did a different one in the morning. All right, so File, Export, Quick Export as PDF or PNG. Your student folder. All right, so we are done with Photoshop. We can close this. And then we're going to open Illustrator.
Where do we send?
Your student folder. And we're going to make the document Illustrator at the size of our cardboard. So who remembers what our size was? Brianna?
6.25 inches.
Yep. All right, now some of you, your measurements were a little bit off, so I told you to write the dimensions of your cardboard on your board, and so I'd like you to use them instead of 6.25. So if you remembered that your dimensions were a little off, you want to make sure that you're matching that size that you had on your cardboard. All right, so 6.25 by 6.25 in inches. We press Create. How do we get an image into Illustrator? Anybody? Brianna?
File place.
File place. Good. All right. All right, so we'll click it, we'll place it, it loads it into our cursor here. We click and drag to place it in. All right, now all we need is our pumpkin. So in the classroom today, I gave you a picture of some pumpkins here. So you would open this. Okay. I don't know what the problem is. Can we right click it and save? No, not really. Can I open window? There we go. And so now I can download it. I would put it in that same folder that you have your Photoshop file. Try to always, yep, the Google Classroom today has a series of JPEGs there, yep. So I'm going to save it into here. And then we'll place that image into Illustrator. And I'm going to kind of move to the side because I don't want it to overlap because I know I'm going to be doing some image tracing. What does image tracing do? Yeah, but what does that mean? You just repeated what I asked. He makes it a vector. Thank you. That's good. All right. So we have all these pumpkins in here, all right? You can, if you wanted to crop before you image trace, you can do that. We can right click and say crop image. So, you know, you want to pick whichever one you want. You can do that from the start. I guess that'll save time in image tracing and removing stuff afterwards. So I would just, again, I right clicked on the image and I said crop, brought that in. And then for your image tracing, right, remember it's over in your properties or your quick actions here. So I'm going to say image trace, and I would make this a black and white logo. All right. And we will take a slight pause here. The last thing we want to do with these files is embed the image so that when we open it up on a different computer, you won't have a missing link. So what you want to do is go to Window and select the Links panel. And when this window opens up, you'll see your image. Just click the More options and select, it will say Embed as you do that. When you first do that. So that won't be grayed out, it'll just say embed image. And that will be the conclusion of that. You can open up from the computer connected to the laser and output that.